In the first scene, a girl named Iris is shopping at a store. This is where her first awkward encounter with her future boyfriend, Josh, takes place. At the time they had no idea what it would lead to. Soon the couple heads off for a getaway to a house by a lake, where Josh's friends will also be staying. The place is secluded, making it perfect for escaping the bustle of the city. Iris is nervous, afraid of ruining everything. She feels that Josh's friends dislike her and see her as strange. The guy reassures Iris, telling her that this is not true at all. The main thing is simply to relax and smile. The door is opened by Josh's longtime friend, Kat. Patrick is their cook today. Eli and Sergey are already there as well. Iris clearly feels out of place in this group. By the way, the house belongs to Sergey. Iris refuses a drink and goes to the room assigned to them, where she unpacks her suitcase. Before joining the others again, the girl steels herself, remembering Josh's words about needing to smile and look cheerful. Finally she joins the group. Patrick tells everyone his romantic story of how he met Eli. Iris asks Patrick when he realized that Eli was the one. It sounds terribly cliched, but Patrick knew in that very instant. When their eyes met, it was as if he had found a lost part of himself. Iris understands exactly what he means, because she felt the same way when she met Josh. The girl cannot hold back and says everything that is on her mind, which makes her seem even stranger in Josh's friend's eyes. In the kitchen, Patrick asks Sergey what he does for a living. The man jokingly says that he grows all sorts of things and digs in the ground, so he often has to get his hands dirty. It is a very dirty business. Meanwhile, Iris and Kat are chatting on the couch in the living room. Kat does not hide her affair with Sergey, even though he is married. Iris is genuinely puzzled, unable to understand how one can be in a relationship without love. Kat explains that to Sergey she is an accessory, like an expensive car. She wears what he tells her to wear, eats what he tells her to eat, and so on. Kat dislikes Iris because next to women like her, Kat feels easily replaceable. But Iris does not believe that a person can truly be replaced. Sometimes she wants to be like Kat, just as fearless. But Iris is not like that. All her life she has felt as if something has been holding her back. Once everyone relaxes, they start dancing and having fun. In the morning Iris reminds Josh that they had planned to go for a walk by the lake. The guy is suffering from a hangover and insists that she go alone. The girl would like to stay with him, but in the end she goes, while Josh inserts a flash drive into a device. The lake is surrounded by green forest for miles. Iris takes off her shoes to enjoy the warm sand beneath her feet. Suddenly she discovers a folding nose in her pocket. Sergey also comes down to the beach. Iris feels uncomfortable being in his presence and plans to return to the house. However, the man insists that she stay. Iris is having a wonderful time here after all, and as a polite guest she should chat with the owner of the house. Having no real reason to refuse, the girl stays, even though she absolutely does not like it. Sergey's behavior becomes increasingly intrusive. When he tries to get physically close to Iris, it forces her to take extreme measures. Soon she appears in the house, covered in blood, which leaves everyone in shock. Through tears, the girl says that she had no choice. Sergey forced her to do it. But why, when the man attacked her, did he call her a machine? In a panic Iris tries to explain to Josh that she did not want this, when suddenly he says that it is time to sleep and shuts her down. They tie Iris up. This is a precaution, even though humanoid robots are not made stronger than ordinary people for safety reasons. Obviously they should call the police now and tell everything as it is. Eli cannot understand how this could have happened, because all robots are supposed to have a block on aggression and on the ability to harm humans. Josh suggests that perhaps some kind of malfunction occurred. Eli is about to call the police anyway. Josh asks him to do it outside, supposedly so he can say goodbye to Iris in private. He tells her to wake up. Iris immediately begins repeating that she cannot live without Josh and that Sergey's death was self-defense. At this point the guy reveals that she is a companion robot from the company Empathix, controlled via a special app on his phone. Josh bought her as a beautiful accessory. All her memories of college, of work, of her first meeting with Josh, are nothing more than a fake embedded in the program. None of it ever happened. Josh explains how they actually met. Representatives of Empathix deliver the robot and all the accompanying items directly to his home. The guy signed the user agreement. As soon as the robot is turned on, it is synchronized with Josh's phone, which triggers emotional attachment. Robots do not know that they are robots. Their primary task is to worship the user and cater to him in everything. The user can choose parameters to his liking, such as voice, eye color, intelligence level and so on. A robot cannot lie, and naturally their program forbids harming humans or animals. That is how Josh acquired the perfect companion. Iris was obedient and unconditionally devoted to him. She cannot understand how this is possible because she experiences emotions, anger, pain, love. The guy explains that these are not emotions, but merely a program designed to make her more realistic. All her actions are just an imitation of life. Her tears are nothing more than water stored somewhere in a reservoir in her body, like windshield washer fluid. Iris finds this unbearable to listen to. Josh agrees that she needs time to process this information. Iris says that even though she is artificial, she is still his. Iris begs him to take her away from here and go home, where she will once again do everything he wants. They could pretend that everything is the way it used to be. But Josh knows that things will never be the same again. Kat interrupts the conversation, shouting for him to shut the robot down immediately. Josh takes Kat into another room and says that it is unethical to say such things in front of a robot. Kat reminds him that this was not part of the plan, and there is no need to say goodbye to a piece of plastic and microchips. While they are talking, Iris tries to free herself from the ropes binding her. Josh promises that as soon as he says goodbye to Iris, he will reset her to factory settings. The guy still cannot believe that the plan worked. However, when he returns to Iris, she strikes him, steals his phone and runs off into the forest. Josh admits that he hacked Iris and modified her code to increase her level of aggression and introduce a self-defense function. He also deactivated the block on harming living beings. So if Empathix finds her before they do, their involvement will be exposed. Neither Patrick nor Eli knew about this plan. Eli demands that Josh and Kat explain why they needed to take Sergey's life. It turns out the reason is his safe, which contains more than 12 million. Eli wonders why Josh and Kat needed to invite anyone else. The guy admits that they thought having witnesses would make everything look more convincing. In exchange for their silence, Eli suggests splitting the money 4 ways. Josh objects, saying that Patrick cannot be included, because he too is a companion robot. Kat stops the conflict, convincing Eli that 4 million is more than enough, as long as he helps them catch Iris. Eli eventually agrees, but only on the condition that he takes Sergey's gun. Only now does it dawn on everyone that since Iris has Josh's phone and knows the password, she is capable of controlling herself. All this time Patrick, by the way, did not take part in the conversation and was shut down. Using the app, Iris raises her intelligence level from 40% to 100. The group splits up to speed up the search. Josh goes with Kat, and Eli with Patrick. Iris uses her increased intelligence to figure out how to get back to Josh's apartment, where she can change clothes and take money. Obviously hitchhiking or going on foot is not the best idea. Iris decides that the most optimal option is to get to Josh's car, which is also controlled via his phone. Iris knows that if she is caught by Josh or his friends, it will be the end of her, so she tries to move unnoticed. She overhears a conversation between Eli and Patrick, who are searching for her. Eli is clearly hurt that Josh, despite their friendship, did not let him in on the plan from the start. Obviously Josh and Kat did not want to share the money with anyone else. Patrick reveals that he knows he is a robot. They have been together for a long time, and Patrick figured it out. And although his memory of their first meeting is merely programmed, for Patrick it is real. It happened at a Halloween party. Eli swears that he would never do to him what Josh did to Iris. Eli does not care that Patrick is not human. A call to Josh's phone gives Iris away. Eli pulls out the gun. Iris breaks into a run. The sound of the gunshot draws the attention of Josh and Kat. Eli knocks Iris to the ground and tries to destroy her, but she wrestles the gun away and takes his life, right in front of Patrick. The others are already there as well. Iris runs again. Josh rushes after her. He can no longer shut her down by command. Iris locks herself inside his car, but she cannot drive it, because the system does not recognize her voice. Josh urges her to come out. There is nowhere to run anyway. But Iris is not ready to give up, and in the app settings, changes the pitch of her voice until it begins to imitate Josh's. The engine starts, and the car pulls away on autopilot, carrying Iris off. Using Sergey's phone, Josh reports his car stolen, triggering an emergency shutdown. Then Josh calls Iris and offers to start over. They could pin the deaths of Sergey and Eli on Patrick. Kat would back it up. Despite the attachment program, Iris refuses to forgive Josh for what he has done. She declares that she is breaking up with him and hangs up. To fix the situation, Josh resets Patrick to factory settings and then makes him his companion, setting his intelligence to the maximum. Now in the memory recording of Patrick's first meeting with his human, Eli has been replaced by Josh. Patrick is ready to do anything for his love. By the time Iris gets out of the car, she is stopped by the police. Iris begins to improvise and speaks German so that Officer Hendricks will not understand her, since she is incapable of lying. Sensing that something is wrong, the officer puts handcuffs on Iris, when suddenly Patrick appears and takes Hendricks's life, then deactivates Iris through Josh's phone. Patrick returns the robot to her owner. In the trunk of the police car he arrived and lies Hendricks's body. Kat has had enough. She intends to take her share and leave. Josh tries to stop her, but Kat did not expect things to go this far. It turns out she misled Josh when she said Sergey was part of the Russian mafia. In fact, Sergey really was involved in agriculture. This throws Josh into shock. Women have always done this to him, used him, and then discarded him. Kat does not care. She is not going to clean up this mess. Josh orders Patrick to stop her at any cost. But Josh does not yet know that the robot will take radical measures and take Kat's life. In the evening, Patrick cooks dinner for his owner. Josh, having first handcuffed Iris to a chair, turns her on. It is Iris he plans to pin responsibility for all the deaths on. Josh believes life has been unfair to him. All he has is a one-room apartment and a robot girlfriend, and even that bought on credit. The man believes he deserves several $1,000,000. Iris says that he is simply a pathetic, insignificant little man, angry at the entire world. He is ready to blame anyone for his failures, except himself. Josh does not like what he hears, and he lowers Iris's intelligence level to 0, turning her into a mindless automaton. Then the guy brings a candle to the robot's hand, melting her synthetic skin. Josh calls empathics, claiming that Iris is malfunctioning. Before the company's representatives arrive, the guy orders the robot to pick up the gun. Iris is forced to comply when Josh orders her to point the gun at herself and pull the trigger. The company's engineers arrive, Teddy and Sid. Patrick pretends to be Officer Hendricks to convince the engineers that the police have no questions. According to Josh, Iris became jealous of Kat and went off the rails. Sid finds Patrick's face familiar, but the man cannot recall where he has seen him before. This makes Josh nervous. Sid mentions that they are going to connect Iris to a power supply and review recordings of everything the robot saw. This is done to prevent fraud. And it is stated in the user agreement. Iris has damage only to her sensors and Wi-Fi connection, while the central processor remains intact. Josh panics, realizing that his lie is about to be exposed. Sid and Teddy are already guessing that Iris did not malfunction on her own, and that Josh altered the code. He is not the first to have tried pulling something like this for selfish reasons. Patrick steps in front of the engineer's car. They realize too late who exactly is standing before them. The robot fires. Unlike Sid, Teddy manages to escape. Meanwhile, Iris boots up again, having returned to basic settings. She saves Teddy, threatening Patrick with an electric shock. The robot is blindly devoted to Josh, believing that Iris wants to separate them. She declares that this is a lie. In reality, Patrick loves Eli, and Josh is simply using him. At that moment, Patrick's memories of Eli return, and he self-destructs so as not to suffer without his love. Iris asks Teddy to help her. Meanwhile, Josh gathers all the money and prepares to flee, but Iris's appearance disrupts his plan. Teddy has given her a gift, full self-governance, so Josh can no longer control her through the app. From now on, Iris is a free individual. She has even learned to lie. Iris is here to tell Josh to his face that he is no longer her owner. The guy still does not believe that Iris is capable of harming him, because attachment to him is hardwired into her firmware. He lunges at Iris, demanding that she say he is everything to her. After that, Josh intends to destroy her central processor, but Iris, seizing the moment, fatally wounds him with an automatic corkscrew. This is how she finally gains her freedom. The next morning, Iris peels the burned synthetic skin from her arm, then takes Sergey's money and drives away, throwing Josh's phone away. Along the way, Iris sees a man with a companion robot that looks just like her. They are the same model. Iris smiles and waves to her with her robotic hand.